Hi everyone, and welcome back to the final episode of the Asylum challenge. So in the last episode, we actually completed the challenge, but this episode is going to be kind of like happily ever after, trying to like clean up the story and see how we did. So the first thing we need to do is we need to give the remaining Asylum members a happy ever after. So I removed all the negative lot traits and gave them pretty nice traits, I would say. And I renovated the asylum. So I don't know what the story is. Maybe Alexx got out and ran to the police. Maybe the asylum was under investigation, or maybe it got new owners. I don't really know, but the asylum is now cleaned up and much nicer. So let me give you guys a little look-see. And so this is now their gorgeous living room. I kept everything black. I don't know why. So they have their fireplace, TV, nice big bookshelves, multiple couches, so if the beds are all taken, they can nap, chess table, place to paint, their computer station, and yeah, it's quite nice. In here, this is now their dining room with 6 seats to sit and eat and more bookcases. I quite like it. The bathroom now has multiple sinks and toilets and doors so that they don't die of embarrassment. And the kitchen, I replaced all of the broken counters with nice counters. They got new appliances, the nicest stove, a nice fridge. They have their little fish pets. I gave them a ton of extra stuff like a popcorn maker, ice cream maker. They got a microwave now, a coffee maker, and I put plates and cups up here that don't go smelly, so that's kind of nice. Yeah, and the first floor looks like this. If we go up a floor, each bedroom, I gave like a white floor to make it look a little bit more clean. And then there's this is the nicest bed they can possibly have. Then they have 2 toilets and a shower in the middle and more sinks and another bed over here. So this is the second floor. It still has a piano. I forgot to put seats for the chess table, but you know what? It's fine. They have a chess table downstairs. If we go up one more floor, then there are 2 more beds and a dresser in here. 2 more beds and a dresser in here. Another bathroom with 2 toilets and a shower. And then another bedroom with 2 beds and a dresser. They got like another little place to read with a bookshelf, more places to sleep if all the beds are taken, even though there should be more than enough beds, and a telescope out here. And now that is the asylum. Now to see how everybody did. So obviously we lost 4 asylum members, but we will still look at everyone. So first we're going to look at Ollie. So Ollie is about a quarter way through his elderhood, so he should be passing away fairly soon. These are all the traits and fears that he got. I didn't even know you could have that many fears. If we look at his stats real quick. All right. And then one of the things is for each 1,000 points, you get 1 point. So he didn't even get 1,000 points. He was 100 away from 1,000. So that's unfortunate. And his needs are okay. Moving on to Jade. Let's see. So Jade, what traits did she end up getting? Okay. And now let's look at Jade's stats as well. Times uncomfortable over at 800. Oh my goodness. Okay. She also did not make it to 1,000 satisfaction points, so unfortunately she did not get us anything as well. All right, moving on to Scarlett. Oh, okay, Scarlett. Let's look at her stats. Times asleep, 151. Times passed out, 124. Oh my goodness. Times uncomfortable, 378. Okay, Scarlett actually got us 1 point because she had over 1,000 points. So that counts as a point there. And only people who are alive can count towards the point. So technically we only got 1 point because the rest of them are dead. But I'm still going to check them. Okay, she wouldn't have gotten us any points anyway. Let's look at her traits. Okay, and we'll look at her stats. All right, times uncomfortable 500. Oh my goodness. Next person, Jack. Jack didn't reach it to 1,000 either. Okay. Oop. Times uncomfortable 600. Did Jack take the lead with the times uncomfortable? All right, let's move on to Devin. Devin also didn't make it to 1,000. Did Kai? Kai was so close, but he didn't make it to 1,000 either. And let's see Kai's stats. 700. Okay, I think Kai might have been the one in the lead with the most uncomfortable. All right, so we only got 1 point from our 7 other Asylum members. Let me jump over to Alexx, and then I will go over the rest of the points that we earned. Okay guys, so I'm back with Alexx and I put her in some normal everyday clothes. She has some like warm clothes on because it is fall, so I imagine it would be kind of cold out. It's about to be winter. And I remember when she was in the entertainment career when she was younger, she had like this red shirt and black skirt that I thought she looked so pretty in, so I just knew I had to put her in red. But she's out of her Asylum uniform and she's looking so cute with little Ophelia here. And this is the house she ended up purchasing. So at the end of the last episode, we had $16,457. I sold the bassinet that Ophelia was in as a newborn, and that was an additional $150. And then we had a $3,000 fridge in our inventory that she earned from work. So altogether, she had close to 20K. She had 19,607 simoleons. And then I didn't factor in the price of the lot, but I went on the gallery and I just tried to find a house for under 19,000, and I found this Gothic starter by Iliaspire. I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing that right. It's definitely cute on the outside, but on the inside it could be better. Like there's some amenities, like we have not the best toilets, and we have not like the best furniture, but Alexx did the best she could with what she could afford. So this is Alexx's room, the bathroom, this little entryway, this little living room, and the kitchen. And then this is going to be little Ophelia's bedroom. And yeah, that's kind of the happy ever after for Alexx. Another thing we have to do is I would like to spend some of Alexx's aspiration points now that we finally can. So let's scroll all the way to the bottom because we have a lot of points. The first thing I want to do is I want to get a retrading potion because I feel like she earned the right to no longer be erratic. I feel like she did her therapy with her therapist or whatever you want to call it, that she can get rid of that trait. So we're going to drink this and change our personality traits. Okay, so I want to get rid of this erratic traits, and I'm not sure if I want to get rid of loner. You know what? We'll get rid of loner too. And I definitely want to give her creative because, you know, she is not only a level 10 writer, but she's a level 10 pianist as well. And You know what? I'll give her neat because she cleaned a lot in the asylum. So I guess that is how the asylum changed her or reformed her. I do want to drag this. Am I able to put stuff in her inventory? I am. I want to drag this book into the baby's inventory because she's going to keep that with her for the rest of her life, I think. We still have Asylum cereal. Okay, she's drinking it. Yeah, how cool. I've never done this before, you guys. Okay. Now, we still have 18,000 points left. So, another thing I would like to get her is the Creative Visionary, because I do think she deserves that as well. So, we have 16,000 points left. So, I could get her the Potion of Youth and make her, like, age down and actually have, like, a long time left to live. But, unfortunately, that's not really going with my gameplay story. Unfortunately, I kind of want Alexx to die and Ophelia to lose her mother at a young age. So I could give them a happily ever after, but it's not going to be that happy, unfortunately, just because of the next challenge I want to do with Ophelia. I do think she would have Brave. I would like to get Brave, but it won't let me. Let's get her Carefree so she never gets tense again, because, you know, she got tense enough in the asylum. We can get her Steel Bladder so she never has to go to the bathroom. We can get her, I guess we can get her everything. We can get her Forever Fresh so she never needs to shower. And now we only have 3,000 left. Okay. With the remaining 3,000, we'll get Antiseptic as well. Alright, so now we spent most of her satisfaction points. That I am happy with that. So the last thing we have to do, you guys, is I just want to go over the points we got for this challenge. So, okay guys, so finally we are going to go over how we did for this challenge. So I'm going to pull up a calculator real quick and record the calculator of me kind of adding up my points. So I went back and I skimmed every single episode, and I'm going to try to make this as accurate as possible, but there's some things that I just couldn't calculate, so it's not 100% accurate, but again, I tried my best. So first of all, the first point you count is 50 points for each aspiration completed. We did hard mode, so we completed 4, so we got 50 times 4, which we currently have 200 points. You then get an additional 1 point for each living sim. So I had 3 sims live, I had 4 sims die, and then technically Alexx lived. So I'm not sure if we're supposed to count the sim we're playing with or not, but I guess she would count since she's one of the 8 sims. So you know what? I will add her. So that's 4 sims that lived. So that's an additional 4 points. And then it says an additional 1 point per 1,000 satisfaction points earned. So Alexx alone, before I spent them, earned 23,000 points. I think she even had a little bit extra than that, but we're only counting each 1,000. So Alexx got 23 points. And then out of all the other 7 sims, only Scarlett got over 1,000. So we only get 1 more point. Okay, so I'm going to add 1 more point for Scarlett, which is 228. Now we do minus 20 for each sim that died. So we lost 4 sims, so 4 times 20 is 80. So we're going to subtract 80 points, and we're at 148. Let me write that down, 148. Now we have to subtract 20 for each fire that occurred. I went back through every single episode, and I believe we had 16 fires. So And 16 sounds like nothing. I feel like we had so much more than that, but 16 times 20 is 320. Okay. Okay, so apparently we didn't do that good. So we had 148 minus 320. See, I feel like this isn't fair because we lost 20 points for each sim that died, but we didn't gain 20 points for each sim that stayed alive. We only gained 1 point. So, all right, we're in the negative because of all those fires. Then on top of that, it says to subtract 20 points for each day you went without power. So when I said that I was going to try to make this as accurate as possible, this was what I was talking about. So I skimmed back every single episode, and I'm pretty sure we lost power and water 4 times, right? However, you're supposed to subtract for each day you went without power and water, and I'm just not going to do that because that would take way too long to watch every single episode and actually count every day. So what I will do is it's $20. It's 20 points for each day you went without water. So 20 times 4, right? So we lose 80 points for each day we went without water, and then we lose 80 points for each day we went without power. So 80 times 2 is 160. So we have negative 172. And in addition to negative 172, on top of that, we went without power and water for 4 days. So I'm going to give us an additional 160 in the negative. So that puts me negative 332, and I'm even more in the negative because, again, I'm not counting for each day. So that makes me feel like I did not do very good in this challenge, but you know what? I had fun. So now let me tell you guys my final thoughts. So my final thoughts on this challenge is it's a lot of fun. I love this challenge. I think it's one of my favorite challenges in the game because I have done it before. I've just never completed it before. Would I do this challenge again? Yes. Honestly, I enjoy it. It's a fun way to play The Sims. Would I do it with as big as an asylum? That's a hard one because on the one hand, I enjoyed the challenge of having such big bills, but on the other hand, it didn't really make sense to play in a 3-story asylum that was basically all empty, so that was kind of my bad. But other than that, yeah, it would also be interesting to see how good I did if I didn't have the poisonous lot trait. Because when I put that trait, I honestly thought it was just going to make spiders and bees attack us. I didn't know we would actually die from it. So that was a surprise. If I were to do this challenge, I would definitely not do that. But we could have done worse. We could have had a swimming pool and we could have had a lot of drowning. So yeah. Okay. So I think that's everything that I wanted to do to wrap up this series. The only other thing we're going to have Alexx do is she becomes an elder in 2 days, but honestly, she should have been an elder already because technically she got days added on to her life when the baby came around. So we're going to cook ourselves a cake and we're going to age Alexx up to be an elder. Okay, Alexx, thank you for making yourself a cake. Go ahead and add birthday candles. Okay, and go ahead and blow out the candles, Missy. Yay! Okay. And she's got gray hair. I feel like she would still have white hair as an elder. That's kind of weird, but okay. Apparently, Ophelia frequently sneezes. Now that you are an elder, what I would like you to do is retire from your job before you lose your job, because we had you not go to work so many times.
Wixana Zarspa, Usanet Pendole. Sheshere, Binkapa Baru.
Okay, you guys, so like I said, I could have had her drink an age down potion and, you know, live forever and give her kind of a happily ever after. But the next series I want to do on the channel is going to be a series called Cursed. And Alexx is going to be from a family that is cursed. And it kind of makes sense how she had such an awful life and ended up in the asylum. And it's going to kind of explain why Ophelia has kind of a bad life too. So, you know, it's kind of like a series of unfortunate events. Like, for right now, they're doing okay. But, you know, she's an elder. She's probably only going to live for like another 2 weeks. And then, you know, Ophelia's might be a toddler or a child by then. So she's probably going to lose her mom pretty young and unfortunately end up probably in the foster care system. But another thing I want to do before ending this episode is to prepare for the next challenge I'm going to do on the channel. We are going to make a little bit of a family tree. So I'm going to do Cass full edit mode. And we are going to go into create a sim. Okay guys, so if you haven't already, definitely always make sure you are checking the community tab on my YouTube page, because I always am trying to interact with you guys and get you guys feedback. I did actually ask if you guys wanted us to like try to revive the ghosts, the 4 that passed away, or if we should just move on to the next challenge, and the majority of you voted to move on. So that is what we are doing. I also asked you guys to give me a bunch of baby name suggestions, and you guys did deliver. And then with the names you gave me, we voted on the name we liked best, which is how we got the name Ophelia for Alexx's baby. But we also got the name Lexi, Belinda, Kimmy, and Veronica. So I would say this is 2nd place, 3rd place, 4th place, and 5th place. I did end up using Veronica as one of the names for a child in my Not So Berry challenge. Veronica ended up being the name of Phoenix's daughter in my Not So Berry Legacy challenge. And Ophelia was the name of Alexx's baby. But I still want to use Lexi, Kimmy, and Belinda if we can. So that is what we are going to do now in preparation for the next challenge I want to do on the channel. So first things first, we need to give Alexx a last name. So I am going to name Alexx Bishop. And the reason I am coming up with this name is I am stealing it from my current binge-worthy show that I'm watching, which is A Discovery of Witches, and I love that show so much, and the main character is called Diana Bishop, so that's why I am stealing the last name. Now let's go ahead and give Ophelia that last name as well. And now we kind of got to make some ancestors. So for Alexx, we are going to add a new sim, play with genetics, and so we have our child, Ophelia. Then we have Ophelia's mom, which is Alexx. Now I want to make Alexx's mom, which is going to be Lexi. Alexandra, maybe? And Alexx was named after her mother, but she goes by Lexi. I found this custom content hair, which I think is going to be so cool. Here we go. Perfect. We'll go with white, just like Alexx had white hair. Alright, I love it. And now let's give her like a spooky dress. Oh no, this one's perfect. Okay, we'll go with this one. Okay, and then maybe she won't have freckles like Alexx did. And maybe... Okay. I'm also going to make Alex's hair white, just because I don't think she would be gray in her older age. Okay, and then I would like to make Kimmy's... Okay, so now we're going to make... Well, we need to give her traits. Family-oriented, self-assured, cheerful, fine. And she can like nature, I guess. That's fine. Alright, and then we're gonna make another twin. Okay, and then this is gonna be Kimmy. So we'll do Kimberly, and then nickname Kimmy. Okay, I might just have to do Kimmy. And then we already know that that Kimmy is probably short for Kimberly. Okay, I think I want to do something like this. And maybe Kimmy didn't die of old age. So basically what I'm doing right now, you guys, is I am making people that are going to be ghosts. Maybe we can give her like red eyes, and maybe her hair wouldn't be white. Maybe her hair could be black. I think that's kind of cool. Maybe we could give her some cool makeup. That's kind of cool. And then maybe she could have like some jewelry. We could give her a choker. And some gloves maybe. Okay, you guys, so I basically gave Kimmy the same outfit for each of her outfits. Let's randomize her traits. Hates children, good, and okay. I kind of want her to be a little bit more of a dastardly character, so I'm gonna handpick her traits a little bit more. Hates children is fine. I don't know if I want her to be evil, but I don't necessarily want her to be a great person. So we're gonna do klepto and hot-headed. And then we will do deviance. And yeah. Okay, so that is Kimmy Bishop. Then we have Alexandra Bishop, which is her sister. Yep. This is her daughter. Mother, aunt, daughter. Yes. Okay. So now I just need to give Lexi all the same outfits. So something really cool about this hair is you can turn some of the colors a different color. So I think we might do that. I kind of like the idea of it being kind of blue. We can also turn half the head blue, or we can turn this half of the head blue. I think I like this one the best, so we're gonna go with this one. And just to kind of explain what I was doing here is these two people, in addition to Alexx, are unfortunately going to pass away and become ghosts. And I think I'm going to have both of them have passed away at a young age. So they'll both be adults. Okay guys, so I finished, and basically we now have baby Ophelia. We have Ophelia's mother, Alexx. Then we have Alex's mother, which is going to be Alexandra, who goes by Lexi. And Lexi is going to be a ghost that haunts the building of the next challenge I'm going to be doing on the series, and she's going to be a ghost that passed away by water, so she's going to leave puddles everywhere. So that's kind of why like her hair is blue, like maybe it was dyed by the chlorine, I don't know, but I think she's going to be such a cool looking ghost. And then we have Kimmy, who I believe is going to be deaf by fire. So that's why I dress both Kimmy and Alexandra in both the same outfits. So no matter what outfit they're wearing when they're a ghost, they kind of always look the same. So Kimmy, Alexandra, and Alexx are all going to be ghosts, I think, on the lot of the next challenge I'm going to be doing here on the channel, which is going to be Cursed. So definitely keep your eyes out for that. And Ophelia is going to be the main sim we play with for that challenge, and I will go more into Ophelia's story in the first episode of that series. But again, thank you so much for watching this Asylum series, especially if you watched every single episode and made it to the end. I really, really, really appreciate it. I hope you enjoyed, and hopefully I will see you in the next challenge, which is going to be Cursed. Some minor changes. I made Kimmy mean because I didn't want her stealing things around the house for the challenge that I'm going to be doing. So I switched out kleptomaniac for mean. I also made her a young adult because I figured if the family's cursed, maybe it makes sense that it's usual that people die at a young age. Whereas Alexx had the misfortune of not dying at a young age, but she still had a pretty terrible life inside the asylum. Next, I changed Alexandra just to Lexi, since that was the name that was suggested. And I changed the hair from the turquoise to a more blue. I think it's so cool. I think she looks like a siren almost with this hair. It's like a banshee siren hair. I don't know, but I think she's gonna make such a cool ghost. Let's get rid of these shoes though. All right, there we go. And finally, I think I'm just gonna age Ophelia up and Cass to the young lady we are going to be playing with. And I know right now, like, they're all the same age, but it's gonna make sense when some of them are ghosts. Okay, so this is what we're working with, and just as I suspected, I think she is so pretty. I already have a custom content hair in mind that I want to do for her, and it's this one. Yes, slay. Okay, do we want this one or do we want this one with the ear? We're gonna do without the ear. Okay, so basically the storyline we are going with is that Alexx died of old age when Ophelia was still very, very, very young. So Ophelia would have went into the foster care system, and then unfortunately I feel like she would have aged out of the foster care system and then been homeless. So I'm going for the homeless look right now. That is what we're trying to achieve. I actually think this makeup would be perfect, just maybe a little less intense. Is there? Yeah, maybe like that. Like she's kind of dirty. And for Kimmy, I think this makeup would look nice as well. I was going to give her these sparkly makeup, but let's see how this would look. Maybe this one. Yeah, I kind of like that. There's also this. Alright, I think I like this one, but maybe a little less intense like that. So that it looks more like shadows from her hood, maybe. I mean, naturally, the hood does kind of give some shadow, but I kind of want a little bit more. But yeah, we're going to turn this down. Okay, let's work on Ophelia again. So And again, she's homeless, so I feel like she wouldn't have the best clothes. So we're going to look at some Horse Ranch clothes because I know the clothes from Horse Ranch were a little bit dirty. I think this is perfect. I kind of like this one. And then for her shirts, again, because she's homeless, I feel like she wouldn't have like the nicest clothes. So we're going to look at some of the wolf clothes because I feel like those would go nicely as well for the vibe I'm trying to create. So we're gonna look at the werewolf stuff pack. It's hard because like I feel like a lot of the torn werewolf clothes that I would like to use because I feel like they go really well with like the homeless like look I'm trying to create aren't available for teens, and I don't understand that. They're only available for young adults. But maybe it would be better for her to be a young adult because teens is just going to make the challenge so much harder. I think I like this. The pants are kind of dirty. This kind of goes, like the moons on the back kind of go with the challenge I'm going to be doing because the challenge I'm going to be doing is going to be witchy. So that's kind of a witch aesthetic, and then just the fact that like it's all worn and stuff kind of gives the vibe that she hasn't been the best off. I think there's also shoes that came with the werewolf pack that would make kind of sense. Yeah, this is so bad, but unfortunately she's been living on the streets and this is her situation. Okay, and I think because we're kind of doing like the rags to riches thing, this is literally all she's gonna have. She's gonna have only that outfit for all of her outfits, and once we find a dresser or something, we can unlock more outfits for her, so to speak. Okay, so I just gave Ophelia the exact same outfit for each one of her outfits. So this is literally the only pair of shoes, only pair of jeans, and only pair of shirt / jacket she has. And she has like this dirt makeup on each and every single one of her outfits as well. I guess some of them have eyeliner, but that was not intentional. I believe the aspiration I need to have for the challenge is going to be Mansion Baron. And let's give her some traits. I'm going to say she is paranoid because maybe she realizes that like she just has really bad luck and bad things seem to happen to her and her family. So yeah. I'm also going to give her art lover because she is going to be basically restoring a house, which I will get more into talking about that in episode 1 of the Curse series. But I think that ties in with her character. And then finally, she might be digging in the trash a lot or being in dumpsters a lot. She was homeless for a while, so I feel like this has become a lifestyle for her. So I'm going to give her Freegan. And we'll see how we do. But that is now Ophelia Bishop all grown up. And you're just going to have to use your imagination because obviously she would not get to this age while Alexx is still alive. Alexx would have been long passed away from old age. But now we're going to go ahead and do that real quick. And then I will end the video. Okay, you guys, so this video is already way too long, but I really hope you enjoyed this little sneak peek into the new series I'm going to be starting on the channel called Cursed. So I fast forwarded to the future, and Ophelia is now a young adult, and, you know, Alexx is long gone. Alexx died when she was maybe a child or a toddler, so she had to go into foster care. And then unfortunately, I don't think she was ever adopted. So she kind of aged out of the system at 18 and became homeless and was homeless for a while until she inherited a mansion from, well, not quite a mansion, but an estate from her great aunt. So it's a really rundown estate. that she inherited that we are going to be fixing up in the Curse Challenge, as well as starting a Witch Legacy. It's going to be a 5 legacy challenge, 5 generation challenge. If you want more information, definitely check out the first episode of that series. But you can see here that the family tree has Ophelia, Jack, and Alexx are her parents. Then Alex's mother is Lexi, and Lexi's sister is Kimmy. And Lexi died from drowning. Kimmy died from a fire. She actually died in her house. So you'll notice there's a lot of fire damage in the house. And then Alexx died of old age. And yeah, that is our current family tree. It's really exciting. And we have a little graveyard in the back of the house. And you can see all of the ghosts are here. And they're all attached to their gravestones, so they will be haunting us and creating chaos in this series. So I am just so excited to start it. I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. Again, sorry it was a little long, but I hope you enjoyed the sneak peek, and I will see you in the next episode. Bye, everyone!